Welcome to the WBC Arena. They've been talking the talk. It's now time to walk the walk. First up, the Bulldozer from the United States of America. They'll be squared up against the Machine from Russia.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. And this one has all... Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Swing and a miss with that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The jab just got blocked. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Insane action. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Can't find a home in that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. An eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How about that time counter shot? Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Nope, that hook won't score. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Trouble! I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. forward. He cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell's...
The bell rings and we start the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They're both trying for a knockout. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
Oh, man, you got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Where was the defense? And now they're right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They need to be careful and punch themselves out here. Punch caught him clean. Nice job blocking the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw... Back at it in round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why?
Oh my God, Johnny! The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Punches coming from every angle. Do you believe what we are seeing? And he scores with the counter. Well done with that counter shot. The perfect counter lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores. And there's the bell for round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. What an engine he has to continually throw big power shots. what a punch. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just missed with that hook. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. How did they survive that?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard. There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. Nice stop, but that won't score. Going to punch himself out, though. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything out of turn.
The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. And it appears. Hold that thought! A chance to make history. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. These two fighters get. And there's the bell for round 7. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little fag of them, pickpocket them.
Beautiful counter shot. And they blocked the right uppercut. Stumbling around on Bambi legs. It appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
caught him with that power punch. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. How much cardio was put in for this fight? Round 8, and we're off again. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That uppercut just missed. Holding nothing back here in the round. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Left uppercut doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two... And there's the bell for round 9. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Oh, and they got rocked! What a moment this is! And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing. Did you see that? And we may see a stoppage here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Always look. And Machine goes down. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
He misses with that straight left. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. It's not over till it's over, but that knock... And here comes the 10th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good counter punching. And down goes Machine. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.